Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Claudia. I'm here with another video, you guys. I don't know if you have seen my other videos or I don't know if you know that I have another account where I mainly focus on perfumes, and I will be introducing makeup as well. But I did say what was going on with me. I was having a little bit of a trouble with tumor in my back, and I got it removed, and unfortunately I underestimated how difficult that the recoup time was going to be, and my god, it was so difficult. But finally I'm here. I have 10 stitches on my back, and I'm ready to party with you guys all over again. I'm ready to YouTube, and I'm ready to do what I love. So today I'm gonna be sharing 15 Colourpop palettes that I think everybody must have at least one of these ones. I am not gonna be sharing this time any of the quads, so they're all gonna be 9 pan palettes and up. And the first one I'm gonna start with, it's one of my very favorites. It's going to be Going Coconuts. And I love this palette. As you can see, I haven't taken this. I have gone through it, but I haven't taken off the that little film on top of the mirror. So anyway, this palette is absolutely gorgeous. I feel that this palette is really the perfect neutral palette. When it comes to neutral colors, it really isn't leaning cool or warm. It really is a perfect neutral, in my opinion. I mean, it has this color right here, which can, I guess, be leaning a little bit warm, but you'd be surprised when you swatch it. And I won't be doing swatches today because I just, I need to kind of do it a different way. I don't have all my makeup remover thing here, and so I don't want to have to run out of space in my arm and stuff. And I have 15 palettes, so this video would last forever in a day, and we don't want that. Okay, so moving on, after Going Coconuts, one of the most recent ones is Vibe Check. And this palette is just absolutely gorgeous. I really enjoy lavender colors, and I enjoy anything that has to do with purple and purple shades. I really do enjoy. But this palette came with the most beautiful neutrals. They work so well along with this little purple right here, and this one is more like a pinky shade with that slight hint of purple. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna place a little bit of it on my wrist and let you see it. Hopefully my camera focuses. You see how gorgeous that color is. I mean, the one on the top right here, it's also absolutely gorgeous. See, the colors are not very intense, so I feel like you really have an opportunity to wear something that is going to be able to be worn even on the daily basis, as you change your outfits for work and stuff like that. It's perfect. If you're gonna be wearing a neutral shirt, you can wear any color. I love it. It's one of my faves. And the second one also that just is a little bit more recent is gonna be Muse Moment. It's such a beautiful palette. The greens are so beautiful. They look way more vibrant on the pan than they really are. I'm going to swatch the bottom one just so you can give it a look. It's very vibrant, but as you blend it, it becomes really friendly. It's not it's something that you can build up. You can put more of it, and you can definitely build it up so it will look very vibrant. But for example, the middle one right here is just the most beautiful shimmery color, and it gets along so very well. And the beauty of this palette for me was that and I don't sell them, so it was that you have your neutrals right here, you have your peach colors right here, and you have your green right here. So you really can make different looks. You have an unlimited amount of looks that you can make with this, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I mean, there's no going wrong with this one. You can really get to it if you see how gorgeous the colors are, and they're super blendable. I mean, as you saw me right now, I didn't really struggle much to blend them or anything. And I did say that I wasn't going to do swatches, but I'm just gonna be showing you the shades that I feel the most impressed about, just so that you can see them, because I don't want this video, like I said, to be extremely long. So number 4 is going to be So Fly. This palette is absolutely gorgeous, and I regret that I don't really wear it as much as I should and as I want to, but I think I've worn it maybe 4 or 5 times, which is not very much, because sometimes, you know, I come back home and I redo my eyeshadow. I know I love doing my eyeshadows. I'm wearing right now I'll show you when we get there the look that I'm wearing, but I love it because I honestly got it for this color right here, this blue color. I just found it extremely interesting, because if you look at the package, nowhere would you ever think that this color would be in it. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's such a beautiful shimmer. It's so gorgeous. And the one on top of it, this one right here, oh, it's another thing. I mean, they're both, let me swatch just a little bit more. They're both on a different level. Maybe that one that I just swatched is a little bit more, more on the pinky side, but it's absolutely beautiful, super blendable. I have absolutely no complaints about it. I am so in love with that palette. Oh. And lately they came out with this palettes that that one of them is champagne, and then they have this one by the Rose, and I have the champagne one as well. I just I mean, as much as I really love it, like I said, it was really hard for me to kind of narrow it down to 15 palettes only. This one I've worn the most, the very most out of all, because these colors are just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you can do anything from really something very mild, which will be this shade right here, with any of these little shades. Oh my god, this one I did this. I went to my uncle's birthday party and I put this one on with this one. It was just absolutely beautiful. And like I said, they blend super well, but I figured that this one, I really did see a resemblance a little bit with So Fly, just a little bit of a resemblance right there, especially this these two colors right here, especially this color with this color. So if you see this color, it kind of pretty much is very close to this one. I mean, of course, they don't have the blues or anything, but you know, they get away with it, putting this darker, like a wine, like a red wine shade, and it's just absolutely beautiful. This color right here is the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shimmer, kind of dry shimmer. It's just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. It's just to intensify, you know, the look. So you can get one or the other. They're not really that expensive. That's what I think that's one of the things that I really absolutely love about Colourpop, is their ability to sell quality products at a very, very reasonable price. And this next one is one of my absolutely faves, and you're gonna see that I've been using it quite a bit since I got it. I think this one is the one that I use at least 3 or 4 times a week, and that's going to be Petals and Point. This is so beautiful. It has this gray, which it never really did occur to me that this gray would look absolutely gorgeous with all the other colors. But if you set it as a base color and then go on top with this color, and if you want to intensify, then you go with this one and then mark the lash line with this one over here. It's absolutely gorgeous. This color right here, I have been abusing it along with this one. So if you put this one on, which looks like pink icing to me, with this and the inner part of your eye, then you got something going. I'm telling you, this looks absolutely beautiful, and it's something that you can wear every day, as well as something that you can make, you know, an everyday look that is not exaggerated, that is absolutely acceptable for office or to go to work. And then we have Coast to Coast. It's one of the most beautiful corals that I've seen, and I love the coral colors. They have in Colourpop when it comes to their quads. They have some really beautiful coral colors, but these ones are just absolutely gorgeous. I love it because they have the perfect lighter shade where you want to start with it. You know, you just want to blend it. You want to blend it up with this one. I always usually start with this one and finish it up with this one. It's something that, you know, it depends on what you're wearing or depends on your taste. It's just absolutely beautiful. The shimmers are super buttery. They go on perfectly well with my finger. Of course, if you try to put them on with the brush, as we all know, it's not gonna work as well. And then we're moving on to of course, my goodness, this palette is just beautiful. I've worn it maybe a dozen times and you don't need much, let me tell you. I think I only dipped my brush once on each shade when I have used it. You can definitely pick this one up with the brush. So if you are not really good at doing the whole placing of the shimmer with your finger, you can pick it up with the brush perfectly. But this one is very intense. So if you want to create a corner intense, oh my god, look, I'll show you. This is like charcoal. I mean, it doesn't look as dark as it really is. I mean, it's surprising to me that it doesn't show as dark as it really is, but it really is very dark. So that I would, next time I will reserve only for my lash line, because oh my god, I made a mess. I had to start all over again because that color has so much fallout, but it's absolutely beautiful for a night out. It's just perfect. And the one that I am wearing right now is actually Making Mops. Making Mops is one of my fave everyday eyeshadows. I have two of these palettes. I ordered one and I didn't realize that I actually forgot to take it out of the cart, and so I had already ordered it from another place, and so I got two of them. So if it doesn't look like it's been abused too much, it's because I've been alternating between one and the other, because I do actually use both of them very much. What I did on my eyes, and I did not do a tutorial about it, but I'm gonna show you. This is the outcome that I got from it. I'm not wearing fake eyelashes. So this is what I got. So what I did is I blended this one. It's a base color, and I moved ahead and then did this one on half of my lower eyelid and a little bit upper on this side. And then I layered down this color on the middle, which is very sparkly. It's a little bit more of a thicker sparkle than the other one. It's very beautiful. And then layered this on my inner part of my lid, and it worked perfectly. So it's really a good, perfect palette if you want to use it every day. I think it's perfectly acceptable. It doesn't have any harsh colors or anything, so you can definitely get away with it. And another one of my very favorites, and number 10 on the list, is going to be Blush Crush. If you don't have this one, you have to run and get it as soon as possible, because by the looks of this, you're gonna see I have been using a heck of a lot of it, because it is one of the most perfect palettes out there. When I bought this palette, I didn't even believe that I would use it as much, because even though I love pinks and mauves and everything, I didn't think this one would get my attention. And let me tell you, I have put together at least 6 different looks with this one, and it's absolutely gorgeous. My favorite shade, I would have to say, from this one would be Pop a Bottle, which is the top one right here. When it comes to all the shimmery ones, it has to be this one. It's absolutely to die for. When you put it on the eyelid, it just looks absolutely beautiful. And we're gonna move on to our last 5, and like I said, I didn't want to make this video too long, but it's becoming really long. And these are going to be the bigger palettes. I know Colourpop has different size palettes. This palette I've only been able to use once, and is one of these big bigger palettes right here, 30 something colors, and that's going to be Gone Matte. Okay, and so this palette right here, the reason why I really did get it is because I love shimmers, and don't take me wrong, I will not wear eyeshadow that doesn't have any shimmers in it, but I figured that since there were no shimmers in this one, it would give me a real good amount of transitional colors, and where I could even create an ombre effect with the shades, like for example this one's right here. So you can really go as it goes right here from top to bottom, or from here to here. It's just super easy to really kind of use this palette because the colors are laid perfectly. The color story is absolutely beautiful and perfectly put together. So that's going to be my number 11. And then I'm not ranking them, of course, but then number 12 is going to be, and I think we're all gonna probably agree if you're a Colourpop lover, Stone Cold Fox is one of my absolute favorites. And I don't know if you can see by the look of the front of the palette, but I have abused this poor palette. I mean, I've taken it with me to trips and everything, and it's absolutely beautiful. You can put together every single look imaginable. You can do a daytime, you can do you know, I don't know, lunchtime, you can do a freaking dinner time, you can do a nightclub time, you can do anything you want to do with it. It has all the most beautiful colors that are really going to go well with most of what you put together. And number 13, we are gonna go with You're Golden. And let me tell you, this palette, when it comes to the name, I think they absolutely nailed it, because if you grab this palette, you're golden. I mean, if you don't really demand too much from a palette, then this palette is gonna be absolutely perfect. I am a blue lover, so I saw the blue shades and I was absolutely taken aback. I'm gonna show you some swatches. This shade right here is the one that completely stole my heart, and I will be making a tutorial about how I made a beautiful look with this one. I abused it a little bit, and then the other lighter blue right here and this one, I made a really nice look, and I'm going to be showing you, but this is the lighter blue. You see how beautiful? And this over here is the darkest blue. Super blendable. I don't know if you can see, is even with the finger, which, you know, my hand is not even primed or anything, is super dry from me having to dry it. And still, it is no patchiness whatsoever on this. I'm telling you, Colourpop is just absolutely amazing. I'm always amazed at how do they do it? I mean, how do they do it for the price that they do it? Honestly, because I have palettes that are very expensive and are nowhere near as good as some of these ones, to be honest. And one of the palettes that I thought about not getting for the longest time, but I ended up getting and I don't regret, is Rock Candy. This one I have been in love with for a long time over the internet, and I've seen older people put tutorials very nicely, but I figured I had too much blue. But this one, I have not played with the blues. I have only played with the most neutral colors, and this palette is absolutely perfect for somebody who just wants to have a huge variety. You have your cooler tones, you have a little bit of a warmer tones on the bottom, but for the most part, I really do think it really is more of a neutral palette. I love it. I personally love it. I think that it really, I felt that it was way too close to Cold Stone Fox, but looking back, I really don't think anymore. I think it's a little bit of a combination between Your Golden and Cold Stone Fox, because it has a little bit of both. I think just a little bit, just a tiny bit, not a lot, but a tiny bit. And so our last, number 15, is going to be Bare Necessities. Bare Necessities is definitely what you want for your bare necessities, because this palette is going to provide everything for you. You can do any look, you can do night and day like most of these ones, but the good thing about this is that it has some beautiful warm colors, and I love the golden colors right here. This little honey color, like a little burned honey color. It's called Genie, and it's absolutely gorgeous. If you do a cut crease and do this one with it, it's going to be unbelievable. I can imagine anybody that likes to do cut crease. I personally don't like that, but if you like doing that, I mean, I love the look. It looks very beautiful, but I just don't feel like I have the eye shape to kind of showcase cut crease look. My eyelids are not as long and big as they should be for a cut crease. So that's gonna be the 15 palettes, you guys. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye bye.